You know, marine biologists don't make that much money.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised.
No,
I wouldn't be surprised.
It sounds fucked, but like I remember I was in. The reason I thought about that is because I was in school, right? And we were just talking about careers. This is high school. My last year of high school, my senior year of high school. We're talking about careers. And people are like, I want to be a scientist. I want to be an engineer. I want to be a doctor. And some kid says, I want to be a marine biologist. I'm like, interesting. I never thought about that. So I do my research. I go home, go on the internet. How much do marine biologists make? And it's like $39,000 to $49,000 a year. I'm like, what the fuck? You want to be a marine biologist? Out of everything you could have chose.
Like, you want to be broke? What's the matter with you?
Marine biologist. And listen, I get it. Like, your passion, sure, but what the fuck?
Yeah, man. You gotta love, if you love animals, then maybe you want to do it. But good Lord, that's oof. And the only reason why I even know the profession was because I watched Seinfeld. I remember he was talking to George Costanza was talking to some girl on like the beach. It's like, and it's like, so what do you do? I'm a marine biologist. And then there was a whale or a manatee that was like on the water, and he's just there like, well. He has to go walk over there because he said that's his job. It was hilarious. That's the only reason why I know a marine biologist.
But yeah, it's like, damn, man, what the fuck? Why would you, out of all the careers you could have chose, right?
Right.
When they asked you what you wanted to be in high school, what did you say?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, I think at the time I was just saying, man, play. Well, now that'd be something. I want to be Jesus.
I want to be Jesus Christ.
Right, somebody nail me up right now. But I'd always say athlete. Or then businessman. Very, very
That's
vague.
so funny.
Right.
Because you know what I say? I said YouTuber.
Oh, wow. Rich, that was a thing?
You were the kid picking his nose saying YouTuber?
Well, no, I was like, what do you want to do? And I was just like, well, I wanted to be, like, in high school, I just wanted to be famous. Because that's like, high school's a popularity contest, and money doesn't necessarily matter as much. Like, you don't realize the importance of money, and you just assume, like, when you're a kid, you assume that fame comes with money. Every famous person you see, you assume they're making
Right. You just
money.
immediately say, oh, this person's a millionaire, but little did you know they are still struggling to make ends meet.
So famous, but then I didn't really have any talents like that, so I was like, I want to be a YouTuber.
Interesting.
Post YouTube videos.
In high school. Well, but then again, because you're only a couple of years younger than me.
I'm like a year? Yeah, I'm a year younger.
Yeah, year two, what were you, 96?
No, 95.
95, oh yeah, so you're only 1 year younger than me. Yeah, so that's interesting, because when I was in high school, YouTube was a thing, but not so heavily to the point where people were really aspiring. Like, it's always been, I'll post videos
When did you
or something.
start YouTube?
I started 2016.
Oh, okay. So
On YouTube, yeah. So I started on YouTube in 2016.
Damn,
but I should have fucking started when I was in high school, because I always thought you needed the equipment, you needed the mic, you needed the right webcam or the camera. I could have been uploading on like a 360p, webcam. From years ago, because I had some great ideas when I was in high school, or different sort of videos I could have done. I should have been started, but it is what it is. But I always said, athlete was one. And then from when I was a kid, I always loved wearing the suit with the briefcase to go to an office. But I would never envision like the cubicle, nothing like that. I just figured I'd be in a conference room.
What did you think businessmen did?
It just seemed like it had a very cool aesthetic to him. Like, yeah, this guy's got a briefcase. I don't know what it is. It's just the briefcase has always been like this. You must be important. You got a briefcase.
When I first started doing my entrepreneurship journey, I thought you had to wear a suit. I thought it was part of so you go far enough on my Instagram, is a video or a picture of me wearing a suit, trying to be an entrepreneur. I would never wear a suit these days, but like,
now that I think about it, I've never seen you wear a suit.
If I have a suit on, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm important. Mm-hmm. That's what I assumed. But the world has changed so much in those days. But looking back, it was like, wow, this is what people think entrepreneurship is, huh?
Right. Because I literally was like, all right, yeah, I could be a businessman. No idea what business or whatever I would be doing. I'm like, yeah, just an idea of going into, be like, hey, I'm going to the office. I've got a suit. I got a briefcase. And then as I've gotten older, the fuck can you fit inside of a briefcase? Like, it's so incredibly thin. Like, I'll put a laptop in there. Maybe I'll put some papers or whatever the case is. I got a few pens. Like, it just doesn't seem very...
I think back in the day, people were putting like papers in there. Like,
probably. Like, nobody needs no briefcase nowadays.
Like a dossier. day, like a folder with papers in there.
Right. I want to buy one just so I can say I got it from my childhood, my younger self. But when I was in high school, that was it. It was like athlete and then some form of like businessman. Because I went to a vocational school, so I was learning carpentry, all the things surrounding construction, plumbing, electrical work. So I could have been a blue collar worker, just go into the field, and I would never be out of a job. Because these are the things that build the entire economy in the world.
Blue collar is like a
so blue collar would be
handyman type thing.
Yeah, kind of like the handyman kind of thing. If I'm not mistaken, I believe truck drivers also blue collar.
And what's a white collar?
And everything. White collar, if I'm not mistaken, it would be more like office kind of worker.
And are there other collars?
That's a good question. Are there more collars?
White collar, blue collar. Collard greens?
Yeah, there collard greens. That's one. If you'd like to be produce or something like that, hey, maybe people can be whatever they want to be nowadays.
Collar?
I'm a collard green. Yeah, right. White collar, blue collar.
Where does that come from?
From what they're wearing. So white collar, you're wearing a dress shirt, probably.
Right.
And blue collar, think of like kind of like one of those not jumpsuits, but what are they called?
Safety vest, something of that nature.
Something, that blue generic janitor thing they wear.
Right. Got you. Yeah, got you. Like a regular like work uniform.
So if you're a doctor, what are you? Like, let's say you're a doctor, what would you be?
White collar.
Yeah, probably like white collar, maybe
medical.
Well, yeah, of course it's medical something, but I think it's more of like a higher.